Are you lonely? Hey guys, Church of Joe here, and today we're doing a new video where I showcase my new additions to my collection. And if you guys watch these haul videos, you probably know what it is. And the reason why I make this haul videos, well, mainly because I just want to record some of the collections I had, because a lot of the stuff I have, I've never really did a picture or did any footage. So this is probably the only opportunity that I can give you. Plus, I wanted to share it to you, but mostly, to be honest, it's probably just a way to show off my collection. So this is probably so yeah, it's kind of like a way to show off. So whatever. So with that said, let's get started. So first up, we get a postcard of some American soldiers, and this is going to be very low on the list. And the reason why it's low is because I've seen this photo way too many times on eBay, and a lot of these postcards are pretty empty. But in this example is actually, there's some writing in it, and it's actually military post office, and you can see, can't really read it too well, even though I do write in cursive, but it is there. I mean, it's nothing really interesting other than World War I, but I guess it's better than getting a World War II postcard. The next one we have here is well, actually you got two. So this one, we start with this one. So this one is actually the USS Armored Cruiser Colorado, and this is somewhat low on the list, mainly because even though I do like 19th century ships, these two are just not something I'm not interested in, mainly due to its service history. But if you look in the back, there is a lot of a decent amount of writing. Of course, it is somewhat illegible, but maybe some program could make it more legible. And you can see it's Seattle's World's Fair, so this is probably made during the World Fair or somewhere around that area, so I'm not too sure. And see this one more time. And this one is the USS New Hampshire. And this is an interesting one because when I first bought this, I thought it was just one card, but upon looking further, it's actually two cards. And you can see this is, so in the back, you get this pretty plain card and not much to say. And here is this is some home. Not too interesting, but the writing is quite interesting. And as you can see, pretty hard to read, but maybe a computer program could do it. And this is something interesting. So this is some sort of paper. I'm not sure what it's trying to say. It says cancel on separate card. I may be assuming these were a part of one card or something. Maybe this was supposed to be meant for this one, but I'm not too sure. It could be just separate cards, just be lumped in together. It does happen, so let's just get this out of the way. I'll fix that later. Next on the list are these two, and the first we start with the Japanese military currency. This is actually 10 cents. I'm assuming 10 cents. And I'm not too sure what is this for. It could be for the Philippines, given that it uses English lettering, or it's actually an American occupation currency handed to U.S. soldiers in Japan. But I'm not too sure. It's probably U.S. issued military currency rather than Japanese, because it would have been all in Japanese lettering, though it is possible it could not be. But I do need to do research. Here is an Australian coin. This is made in 1943. It's actually a penny, but it's mostly would have been worth less than a penny, given this is Australia and Australian dollars are not valued that much. But yeah, that's a pretty nice penny. It's in pretty decent condition. Not in pristine condition, but in good condition. And like I said, these two are the only ones that are at least directly World War II. I mean, for sure. Maybe it's a little post-war, but it is what it is. Alright, up next we have this Gillette razor, and as for the time period, I believe this is made during World War II, and the reason why is it uses this logo, but another reason is the lettering, because this razor's actually never been used, and the reason why I say that is because open this one, it comes with this paper, and see the lettering is a lot more akin to World War II US, or at the very least the 1930s. And yeah, it's pretty interesting to get a vintage style razor that's not a reproduction, because I have like a decent amount of razors, and but this one is a nice collection because this is actually a branded razor rather than some off-brand reproduction bull crap. Yeah, pretty interesting. Second to last but not least is this photo. So at first glance, it's a pretty interesting photo. I mean, it just showcases the destruction of the Great War, so not too interesting. But what makes this interesting is the postcard in the back. So as you can see, this postcard actually was censored by the U.S. Army, the U.S. military. And I know the writing is a little bit hard to read, but it might have been. But you can tell this is probably made during World War I or a little bit after World War I. I'm not too sure when they stopped censoring postcards during World War I, but I would believe this is from the First World War, given that this was made in France. And yeah, it's a pretty interesting piece of history. You know, you don't see that too often, especially in my collection. And before we end up, we just have a bonus one, and we have this Lee's Rice. It's pretty much a doll accessory, but I can actually use this as for my 1/6 scale figures, or maybe just use it as something for my headphones. That's pretty much it. Here it is, this photo. So unlike the other photos, this is an actual photograph, and as you can see the writings here, all the names, the soldiers, presumably these are the names are actually belong to these people, though it could be like belong to a whole unit, or maybe some sort of like a autograph sign or whatever. It's pretty interesting to see some names in there. And as for this photo itself, I'm very sure this is World War I, or at least a little bit after World War I, because the reason why I know is because you can see with the shirts are actually a pullover shirts, and which you often see during World War I. And you see a lot of these soldiers have pullover shirt, and the side caps have the circular, I think, color disc circle. Sorry, forgot what it is, but and the overseas cap looks similar to those World War II, but I do believe this is World War I, and also the necktie is also black, which is quite common in World War I. And you can tell there the soldier is actually wearing gaiters, and probably these are probably M1917 boots, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting photo. I'm not sure what this was from. It could be in the United States, possibly France. I believe it's probably stateside. But yeah, it's very interesting. It's probably one of my favorites in the collection. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.